All right, everyone. Thank you all for joining us this afternoon. My name is Shadia Debayo. I'm one of the education advisors here at the US Embassy. Today is our weekly showcase of a university in the US. And today we're going all the way to Midway University. And we are pleased to have Mona join us. And I would allow Mona to get up from here to give us a presentation and take questions at the end of the day. Hi, Mona. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you very much for that wonderful introduction. Good morning in the US and afternoon over, I guess, in Nigeria right now to everyone. And thank you for joining. My name is Mona Cherera. I am the Executive Director of International Affairs here at Midway University, and I am here to present a talk about Midway University. We are located in the state of Kentucky in United States of America. So again, all the way in Kentucky, Central South America. We are from the state of Kentucky. So talking about Midway University. All right, so about Midway University. So we are a private nonprofit institution that was founded in 1847. So we have been around for a long time. This is 178th year for us, and we were founded by Dr. Lewis L. Pinkerton. He is the founder of Midway. We have 25 plus career-focused majors, pre-professional programs, and graduate programs available here at Midway University. Students can take on-campus programs as an international student here on a visa, or if you're planning to take classes from your home country, we also offer online programs. So we have both of them available in both the formats. Our average class size is of a 16, and our student to faculty ratio is 15:1. What this means is we are a small institution. We really like to give that one-on-one to all our students. And our class sizes, when they are small, our faculty, professors are able to connect with you. You're able to build that connection and relation with your professors, and especially for international students, I think this is a great opportunity to build those connections and relations. We are a school that offers quite a lot of athletic teams, and we have 28 athletic teams here, which includes 2 equestrians. So for the people that don't know about state of Kentucky, we are actually horse capital of the world. We have horse racing, horse industry here. Horse industry is big for Kentucky, and that's why you see we have 2 equestrian teams, which is Hunseat and Weston. I do have students from South Africa, from England, in our equestrian teams. It is a big hit. Again, this is all a horse industry related. So if that is something you're interested in, we do have that as well. Something that is very important for international students is financial aid, institutional aid that they can receive, based on their academics and their achievements. So yes, Midway does offer, institutional aid to their international students. And to say that 99% of our daytime undergraduate students actually receive some kind of institutional aid. Either it will be, academic merit, athletic, or both. You never know. You could get both of them as well. So yes, 99% of our daytime undergraduate students do receive institutional aid. We understand that cost is a big factor when it comes to international students, and we try to make the education affordable for all our students. We are located in the city Midway. So yes, Midway University gets its name from the city Midway in the Woodford County, state of Kentucky. We are about 14 miles from Lexington, Kentucky, which is about 20 minutes from Midway, which is where I live too. I live in Lexington, Kentucky. We have 3 major airports, that are nearby Midway University. Lexington, which is about 20 minutes from the campus, Louisville, which is about an hour's drive from Midway, and Cincinnati in northern Kentucky, Ohio region, which is about an hour and 15 minutes. So 3 major airports are around us. Students can take, flights anywhere. It's a pretty easy access for our students. Our campus is about 200 acres, which includes working horse farm. Like I said, we have equestrian team, we have Hunseat, we have Western, and that's why we have barns on campus, horses on campus. So many times you will see many of our equine program students walking with a horse around on the campus. It's a very unique sight to see, not that you can find everywhere else. I'll be honest, this is a very unique sight to see. I do have the rankings here, which is also available on our webpage. If you go on www.midway.edu, you can also see our rankings, current rankings for all our programs, university, and all of that information too. Again, just a site of where we are located. This is the state of Kentucky, and we are right here in the center, pretty close to Lexington, Cincinnati, and Louisville, very centrally located, again, for a pretty easy access for our students. What you see on the screen right now is the list of the undergraduate programs that we offer at Midway University. This is just the sampling of the programs that we offer and that are popular amongst our international students, ranging from accounting, biology, to business, to coaching and sports, computer science, criminal justice, data analytics, education, English, equine, exercise science, health science, interdisciplinary. So you see we have everything ranging from liberal arts to engineering to mathematics to sports to supply chain, nursing, psychology, health sciences. We have quite a lot of programs that we offer in wide varieties. We do have many minors and pre-professional advising programs that are available as well that are not listed here. But if you go on our website and look up at our majors list, you should be able to see that. If you don't see a program that you're interested in, you can also reach out to us, and I'll be more than happy to talk to you about if we offer that program or no, or what is an alternative for that. So yes, we'll be happy to talk about that as well. I will be providing my contact at the end of this presentation. You're welcome to write it down and contact us. If you have any questions, feel free to write it, because I will be taking questions at the end of the presentation too. At a graduate level, for our students that are planning to study here in United States on an F1 visa, there are two master's programs that we offer. One is Masters of Business Administration, and the second is Masters of Management Information Systems. And I'll talk about both the programs individually. So our MBA program is a 2-year program, 11 classes, 33 credit hours. We also offer concentrations. The student can either choose to do a general MBA, which is just MBA Business Administration, or you can choose to do an MBA with a concentration or specialize in one of the fields. And the concentrations we offer are Human Resource Management, Healthcare Administration, Sport Management, Tourism and Event Management, Management Information Systems, and equine. Again, horse industry is big for us, so equine is also something that you see over there. If you're taking a concentration class, it could be 12 to 13 classes, 36 to 39 credit hours, but again, 2 years program, keep in mind. Now, coming to our next, that is Masters of Management Information System. This is a blend of management and IT, and a great, addition for the people that either have a business background or an IT background and want to tag on the other one. This is a great opportunity. Again, 11 classes, 33 credit hours. It's a 2-year program, pretty similar, in terms of when it comes to the duration as MBA as well. Now, this is all great. Like I said, academics is a big part when you come here, but I always tell students that when you go to a US university, you want to get that whole experience, a whole student experience. And you can only get that if you're either, a part of athletics or extracurricular activities, a student organization, athletics, add something to your profile along with the academics. Obviously, academics is great. That is what you should have. That is what you're coming for. But to have that full experience as a student here in the United States, it's great to be part of an athletic team or an organization and be a part of extracurricular activities here, be the part of the community, be the part of the culture here, learn the other cultures and talk about your cultures over here. So Midway does offer the opportunity, for all their students to achieve an education while continuing to play the sport that they love, or be the part of an organization. So if you don't play a sport, that's fine. I was never an athlete, so yes, no, absolutely. If that's not something that you can do, then we want you to be part of an organization. And I will talk about, the teams that we have and the organizations, some of them that we have here on campus. So going to the teams. So we do have all the teams that you see over here. We have 28 athletic teams, from men's to women's to co-ed, from baseball to basketball to bowling, cross country, swimming, volleyball, sprint football for men's team. And then the women's side, obviously you see we have quite a lot. We've just added wrestling to this, and our co-ed teams, archery, esports. So yes, if you play games, We do have esports team. If you play any kind of games, video games, then esports is a sport, and you can, if you're a part of the team, you can get this scholarship to be part of esports team as well. If you're interested, if you would like to know more about it, reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to get you connected with our coach over here and talk more about esports. If you ask me, I am not very proficient in playing, video games. That's not my forte. But yes, with you all, including my son, who's a teenager, is all the time playing video games. So yes, that is a sport, and you can get a scholarship to actually be a part of the team over here for esports. Then obviously we have equestrian and hunt seat that we have already talked about, cheer, archery. So we have wide variety of teams that are here on campus, that participated in intercollegiate sports. And if you're interested in any of them, let us know. Now, for the ones that are not athletes or cannot be part of the team, organizations. So just some of them to list over here. We have SGA, Student Government Association, Multicultural Student Association, where many of my international students are part of that. If you're a part of athletic, the equestrian team or equine, then Midway Horse Association. We have Student Athletic Board. Midway Activities Council is also where I see a lot of international students part of. Honor Society like Gamma Beta Phi Society, Tri Beta, and obviously there are much more. And to know all about all of these organizations, you can actually visit our webpage and look at them. But again, these are just some of them that we list over here, which is popular amongst our international students. Talking about, we've talked about academics, we've talked about programs. What about housing? Do we offer that? What's about dining? What about the student life? Yes, we have all of that as well. Again, like I said, we want you to have that whole experience of being a student here in the United States. So obviously, living on campus is a part of that. We have 4 residence halls on campus. Bell Wisdom, which is usually for an upperclassman, which is a suite style. And then we have Buster, which is more of a community style. And for the freshmen or the first year students, Pinkerton Hall and Library Hall are 2 others. Now, if you are a graduate student, that is a student who is coming to pursue a master's here at Midway, then you cannot live on campus. However, we do have off-campus housing available. And when student gets admitted, we talk about that off-campus housing for our students, for our graduate international students. So yes, we do have options available for you, but for our undergraduate students, we have 4 residence halls to select from. Normally, the first year students live in the Buster, which is your first year residence hall. And then starting second year, you can pick and apply to live into one of the dorms for your choice. All right. So going next is dining and student life. Like I said, it is an important part for you to be, part of the community here to learn about the campus culture, and so dining options are available. We have wide variety of events that are offered throughout the year, which is planned by the Midway University students and Student Affairs Division. Again, I think there are over 140 events that are offered, 120, 130, 140, depending on the semester and the offerings. Anywhere 100 plus events are offered every semester for our students. So for the dining, we have 2 different options: hybrid dining hall, which is, buffet style and eat all you can. So when you scan your ID and go in, you can sit there and eat all you can. And then there is a Nest Cafe. Say you don't want to do that. You're like, I need to run, I need to, go ahead and grab something. Then you can go to the Nest, use your meal swipe to grab, a lunch for yourself or a dinner, and then go to your dorm room, or, you can go and eat out with your friends. So yes, both the options are available for our students here as well. The cost is a big part here. So for the MBA and MMIS program, tuition and fee, just the tuition and fee, we are not talking about housing or anything else, just the tuition and fee is about $9,780. And for the I-20 purposes, that is to issue your I-20, which includes your housing, room and board, estimated cost, your insurance, your supplies, everything included. We are going to need a bank statement to show that you have the, support or the sponsorship for the funding for your first year of education, which is $20,580. For your undergraduate program, just the tuition and fee is $28,500. For the I-20 purposes, which includes your room and board, Everything else is $37,000. Now, Midway University does not charge for the student insurance. That's not included in this. But again, students must have the health insurance, and we do provide you the options. You will purchase one of the health insurance and you can pay them directly. Again, keep in mind, these are without any scholarships. And remember, I mentioned previously, we do offer scholarships to our students, and we'll talk about it as we go into the next slide, okay? Academic Merit Scholarship for undergraduate students, it ranges from $5,500 to $11,500 per year. And this is going to be based on your academics, which means that at the time of the application review, your application will be reviewed to look at your scores. If you have SAT, if you have submitted your SAT score, then that will be considered as well. Your high school grades will be considered for this as well. Okay, and obviously the proof of English proficiency is required, so those will be considered as well. And based on that, you will be awarded an academic merit scholarship. So obviously, better your grades, higher the scholarships, you need to keep in mind. But it ranges from $5,500 to $11,500 per year, and they're offered for up to 4 years. They're renewable for up to 4 years, as long as you maintain your grades. Again, you have to maintain your grade every year to be eligible to receive the scholarship for the second, third, and fourth year. Okay. For our graduate students, we offer Global Experience Graduate Scholarship, which is $1,000 per year, again, renewable for up to 2 years, as long as you maintain your grades. The other scholarships, that we offer at an undergraduate level are Athletic and Undergraduate Global Experience Scholarship. Students can get any one of these two, and you can stack them up with your merit scholarship. But this is, again, only for the undergraduate students. If you're coming here to study bachelor's, then you can get the undergraduate merit scholarship, and you can get one of the other, that is the Athletic or the Undergraduate Global Experience Scholarship. Okay, so you can stack them up together. The other opportunities for the students are on-campus jobs, graduate assistantships. If you're a graduate student, once you're a student here at Midway, you can apply. Once you're here on campus, you can apply for on-campus jobs. You can apply for graduate assistantship as they become available. An application, it is posted on our website. Students can go and apply for that position. Again, as a reminder, I will be taking questions at the end, so feel free to post them, okay? Admission requirements, pretty simple, listed out there. GPA of 2.5 out of 4.0 scale. TOEFL is required. SAT is recommended. It's not required. Now, if you're interested in nursing, equine, or education program, let us know, because there are separate, requirements, admission requirements for these particular programs. So please contact us before you submit an application, because we want to make sure that you meet the requirements. And if you don't, then we can tell you what requirements you need to fulfill to be eligible to apply for this program. Admission requirements for the graduate program, for the master's program. So a GPA of 3.0, a bachelor's degree from an accredited institution, your resume, a TOEFL, IELTS, Duolingo, PT, one of the scores. GR or GMAT is not required. If you have, you go ahead and submit it. If you don't have, that's fine. You can still be considered for the admissions just based on the grades as well. Our application process is pretty simple. Completed Midway University application, which can be done online. You do have an application fee, but if you're attending this event right now, when you are applying, let us know that you've attended this event, and we'd be more than happy to provide you with an application fee waiver, so you know that you don't have to pay the application fee. You must submit a copy of your passport, official transcripts, required financial documents, your passport, submit official test scores, and your resume if you're a graduate student. So pretty much it's a very simple list of documents. Again, if you have any questions, we are more than happy to guide you through the process. Myself or my team, admissions counselors, we are available to help you through the process here. I'm going to go ahead and see if we can play this video. It's about a 5-minute, but it's a campus tour, and I'd like for students to see this.
Welcome to Midway University. We're so happy to show you around our campus. Our 200-acre campus is right in the center of the horse capital of the world. Midway is just a few minutes' drive from Lexington and within an hour's drive of Louisville and Cincinnati. Mars Hall, easily identified by its clock tower, was the original library on campus. This is where the President's Office, Alumni Affairs, and the Advancement Office are located. The building is also home to the Ann J. Bowling Welcome Center on the top floor for admissions, financial aid, and the business office. Midway University has 3 co-ed residence halls on campus. Each includes free Wi-Fi, cable and laundry, and common areas for students to gather outside their rooms. Our campus is safe, but as an added precaution, we keep all residence halls locked 24 hours a day. Students can enter the buildings freely using the key code on their student ID cards. Our security staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and security cameras cover all public areas of campus. Pinkerton Hall is our oldest and most historic building on campus, named after the school's founder, Dr. Lewis L. Pinkerton. It houses students on 3 floors and includes double, triple, and quad rooms. The lower level has a laundry room, kitchenette, and common area for studying and watching TV. There are pod-style bathrooms throughout the building. Bell Wisdom Residence Hall offers suite-style housing, where a bathroom is shared between 2 double or triple rooms. There's a common area on the second floor for students to gather, as well as a full kitchen and lounge area on the main floor. Buster Hall is a traditional-style residence hall with pod-style bathrooms on each floor and a central laundry room on the ground floor. Buster is designated as the first-year student residence hall. The Ann Hart Raymond Center provides classrooms and lab space for the nursing and science programs and is home to Duffy Auditorium. The Stark Center is our newest academic building and houses our registrar's office, academic offices, our equine lab, and many faculty offices. The campus health clinic is centrally located on the lower level of Stark Center. The Little Memorial Library holds much more than books. It's a hub for our students and their academic success. The library also houses our Student Success Center, which provides academic support for students as well as career services. Downstairs is our large computer classroom, the Communication Center, and the Eagle Outlet. There's life outside the residence halls and academics, too. The McManus Student Center houses the most popular spot on campus, Piper Dining Hall. The dining hall provides students with buffet-style, all-you-care-to-eat meals. Another favorite space is the Nest Cafe, a casual hangout area where students can plug in their laptops, do some homework, or just talk with friends. The cafe allows students to enjoy a snack or get a to-go meal using their dining dollars or meal swipes. Another important part of the McManus Student Center is the Marshall Gymnasium. The gym stays busy during the academic year with practices and games, but it also serves as a special event venue for large meetings. Athletics is a big part of our student life, and our facilities are growing. The new Hunter Fieldhouse has a multi-purpose gymnasium with an elevated walking track, locker rooms, weight room, athletics conference room, and coaches' offices. Next to the field house are tennis courts, and beyond that is the Tracy Farmer Don Ball Stadium for the baseball team. Other on-campus facilities include an esports gaming arena, soccer field, and a wrestling practice gym. Our softball field is just a short walk from the main campus. Midway currently fields equestrian teams in Hunt, Seat, and Western that compete in the Intercollegiate Horse Show Association. The riding teams compete throughout the year in both fall and spring semesters and host on-campus shows. Surrounding the entire campus is our working horse farm. Our equestrian complex gives us a great advantage. Our students can walk to all of our facilities in a matter of minutes. The Equestrian Center houses an indoor riding arena, 8 stalls, a laboratory, classroom, tack room, wash stall, and faculty offices. Our newest equine facility adjacent to the Equestrian Center includes a barn and equine education center. It has 18 stalls, tack room, rehabilitation equipment, feed room, and an indoor education center. The Ashland Stables has an additional 8 stalls, tack room, washroom, office, and classroom space. Part of our complex is an outdoor riding arena with stone dust footing and more than 70 acres of pasture land. Another special feature of our campus is all our buildings face inward, creating a central park-like atmosphere. The Fannie H. Graves Amphitheater is an iconic spot inside the campus circle. Since 1936, the amphitheater has been the site of many commencement ceremonies, concerts, plays, and weddings. A big part of Midway University is our connection to our town of the same name. Midway, Kentucky was founded in 1830 by the Lexington and Ohio Railroad and called Middleway, marking the halfway point between Lexington and Frankfort. Today, the trains still pass through town and our campus regularly, and Midway is known for its restaurants, boutiques, and antique stores. We hope you enjoyed this tour of campus. We welcome you to contact us and visit us in person to learn more. Welcome.
So I hope that you were able to enjoy the small campus tour that we were able to provide you. This is also available on our YouTube channel, Midway, Midway's YouTube channel. Now, what next after all this? If you're ready to apply, then yes, we have it available. You can go ahead and start your application online. If you have any questions, then here's the contact information for Midway University. We'd be more than happy to answer any questions for you. Again, I am here and I'm happy to answer the questions for you. So go ahead and type your questions in the chat box, comments, and we'll be happy to take them for you.
Thank you so much, Mona, for that great presentation. And the video was actually really very well put together. So we really appreciate you for sharing. Please, we can use the Q&A button, so Mona can answer our questions. So let me see which questions we have, and if not, I can actually start by asking, is housing guaranteed for international students?
Housing. So like I said, we have 4 dorms on campus and students can live on campus. And for the freshmen, it's Buster. When students get admitted, we send them the application process and they can go ahead and fill out their housing application. They can fill in their preferences because I know many times students have the question, can I live with another international student? You can fill out the preferences. We try to match you and with the preferences that you've put in, but sometimes it's also a great experience for students to live with students from other community and culture so that they can learn and there can be an exchange, of learnings amongst the students. If you're talking to me, I can't hear you. I think you're on mute.
I'm actually on mute, my bad. Apologies for that. We do have a question on the Q&A button, or do you want me to read out the questions to you?
Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and see. How much is the application fee? So the application fee is $30, but like I said, if you're attending this event, go ahead and send an email and let us know you've attended this event, and we'll be more than happy to provide you with an application fee waiver.
And by the way, we have a list we're going to share. So if you actually do not originally attend this event, so the school can actually prove those who attended the event today. So make sure you signed in
Yes.
to the Zoom session so we can share your information with the school.
Perfect. That'd be wonderful.
So on the Q&A button, we have a question about, someone said she missed the part about the master's scholarship program.
Yes.
That's available on campus. If you want to just, mention a little bit about that.
Yes. So at a graduate level, we do offer the Global Experience Graduate Scholarship. It will be based on your grades. So at the time of the admissions, when you're applying, when we review your application for the admission, we automatically review it for the scholarship. We offer $1,000 per year, which is renewable for up to 2 years, which is the duration of the program. So yes, the scholarship is available as long as you meet the requirements. You will be automatically awarded. There is no separate application for the scholarships. And I see there is one more question over here. Actually, there are a couple more. Can someone who already have a UK-based MSc get an English test waiver? Unfortunately, we do not provide any waivers when it comes to the English proficiency. It is required. You can either take a Duolingo, PTE, IELTS, or TOEFL, any one. But yes, we do require that students provide as a proof of English proficiency. Because this is what I've always told students, and something for all of you to know. I actually came to US as an international student 21 years ago. So I've been in the shoes that you are right now. I've gone through that process. I've seen both the sides of this as a student and now as an administrator, and I understand. And let me tell you, the preparation for the English proficiency is always only going to help you elevate yourself. So yes, I encourage that you take the test, and yes, we do require. All right, so the next question is, do you offer human anatomy for PhD? We actually do not offer any doctoral programs here. So unfortunately, if you're looking for a doctoral program, then Midway is not the right school for you. Is there a full scholarship? Again, like I said, we don't offer doctoral degree and hence no scholarship.
Oh, I think those are the only questions that we do have on the Q&A, but just moving forward in terms of questions, it was actually good to see that you actually stack up scholarships, so can international students like truly stack up all the scholarships that you mentioned today, or are there some restrictions? And is there like a deadline for application for those scholarships?
Okay, so when we talk about stacking the scholarship for the undergraduate student, that is for the student that is coming here to study bachelor's, they can stack the scholarship, which means they can get the academic merit scholarship that I spoke about, okay, which is going to be based on their grades. And along with that, they can get an additional second scholarship, which is either the athletic or the global experience. So they can stack two scholarships together and make a bigger package, which I think is a great help. Many of our students say if you get 11,500, your maximum possible scholarship, academic merit, and now you get say $5,000 or $6,000 in either athletic, then now your package is almost $17,000, $18,000, which is a great scholarship to have. At a graduate level, you only have one scholarship, which is the Global Experience Graduate School Scholarship. Because again, as you saw, our program is pretty affordable. And by adding that additional scholarship, we only made it more affordable. But if I give any more scholarships, I promise I'll have to pay faculty out of my pocket. But again, like I said, our graduate program is a very affordable program. We are actually ranked, I think, number 3 as the most affordable in the region when it comes to our graduate program. So especially for our MBA program. So I do encourage students to look at that if you're looking for masters. But yes, stacking scholarship is allowed. There is a deadline of July 1st if you're applying for the fall semester. And if you're applying for the spring semester, the deadline is November 1st.
That makes sense. All righty. So for graduate students who come on campus, how easy it is to navigate around getting off-campus accommodation and being on campus? Do they need to be mobile? Can they just walk up to school? Are there housings around campus that makes graduate students easily, settle into school when they come into Midway?
That's actually a great question. For our graduate students, like I said, we have partnerships with some of the apartment complexes in Lexington City, which is about 20 minutes from here, which is where I also live in Lexington. We actually offer campus shuttle. That means we have campus shuttle that will go from the campus to those apartments, pick up our students, bring them back. Throughout the day, we have shuttles running multiple times, so students can take any shuttle, at any time and come to the campus, and then we'll drop them back off at the end of the day. Usually the last shuttle leaves after the last class ends. So we have shuttles from morning 7 a.m. to evening, sometimes, 6, 7, depending on whenever the last class ends. And there is no additional charge for the shuttle, so students don't have to pay for this.
Shopping, shopping, shopping. How close are the shopping areas?
So if you live in Lexington, everything is very close. It's a very diverse, community in Lexington. We have, if you can actually go on the Lexington City's website, you will see they publish actually the top 10 languages, foreign languages spoken in the city. And there are many, many foreign languages that I see, and so it's a very diverse community. Everything is close by. If you're in Lexington City, everything is close by. Midway is a small town. And if you live here on campus, then obviously you have to go to Versailles, or Frankfurt, which are closest cities, but then we do provide, help to our students. Like we said, we have clinic here on campus. So students don't have to go off campus for that. If you're an athlete, we have an athletic trainer here on campus. If you need, pick up a prescription, normally international students will reach out to me and say, Mona, I need to go pick up a prescription. We can help them.
All right, so just kind of being an advisor and working with maybe very high achieving students, can students actually like do you have like accelerated programs on campus? Do you have programs that are like dual degree programs? Do you have programs that maybe like a 3-2? Just trying to just get a better sense of the like the outstanding academic programs for high achieving students,
Correct. Something that I always tell my international students, and majority of them actually do this, is they always, double major. which is when they first start here, they always come and say, I'm going to start with one. And then when you're here and start talking to your advisor, because every student that gets admitted at Midway University, whether international or domestic, will have an assigned academic advisor that they will meet with every semester to plan their classes. But not only that, this advisor can also help you and guide you through your career path, which means they can help you if you are thinking, say, I have a student that does computer science and business administration double major, because again, that's a great career path. So I always encourage students when they first come that go meet with your academic advisor, set up an appointment, talk to them about what your career plans are so that they can walk you through. We also have a great career services office, and our career service coordinator can actually sit down with our students, give them a test, and actually they can go through that questionnaire and then find out what would be the best suited careers for them. So now when we use a blend of all this, it's a great opportunity for students to go ahead and look at different majors that we offer and actually, double major. And if you start that from the first year, you generally students can graduate within 4 years with two, double majors with 2 masters. I just had his graduation and a student walked with, double major there.
Oh, wow. You actually just answered my second question. I was actually going to ask, based on the fact that you've been an international student before now, what are you seeing as a trend in terms of career or pathways that you see? It's just kind of like the future career growth. So what are the trends you're seeing on campus? Are the international students going this way or going through this major path? What's the trend on the campus actually?
So with international students, we see that many of our students are either computer science major. Recently, we have seen a pick in data analytics, which is another great major. I do students in sports management because we know sports is something that is always growing. So sports management, sports coaching and leadership. And again, I think sports coaching and leadership and sport management are also something that they can double major easily and actually build a career on. So we see that. Obviously, like I said, I have students from South Africa that are really into equine, have, gone into equine, bachelor's of equine sciences. And then along with that, many of them also do biology, because if they're looking to go into vet school or say med school, then I think that's a great opportunity for them. So we've seen all of these a whole lot. Nursing is something that is picking up, and we see a lot of international students. I do have to say the admission requirements for nursing are very strict. And obviously, we have a limited number of students that can be admitted. So I always tell students that if you're interested in nursing, we do have to look at to see if you're going to meet the requirements. If not, I encourage you to come here and start another program with a pre-nursing advising. That way, your advisor will work with you to see what classes or courses you need to get admitted to a nursing program.
All right. So talking about nursing just quickly, is there a way they can get on campus and maybe try to change or try to apply into the nursing program while they're on campus? Is that possible?
Correct. And that is something that we encourage most of our international students. Come here and we can start with either bachelor's in biology or bachelor's of science in health sciences with a pre-nursing advising, which means you will be taking classes for that major and the pre-nursing. That way you're preparing for your nursing program. And then when the nursing application opens up, because our nursing admission is only once a year, which is every fall. And so if students come this fall, then we start working with them now to see what courses they're going to need to be able to apply for nursing come next year.
That's quite interesting. So let me ask a very Nigerian specific question. So for Nigerian applicants, do you specifically require the WASE, or are you able to admit students without the WASE results?
So we do encourage that result, and we have access where students can just go online and request them to send it to Midway directly, and they can send us the digital. We have actually a school portal with them, and they directly send it to us. I get a notification saying that a result is available for me to download, and I can download it myself. And yes, we do require that result.
So that means anybody applying to Midway, if you can hear, you would need to have graduated from high school. Correct. Before you can apply to Midway, because some schools actually would accept students who are currently in grade 12, but just taking the exam in May, June, the way the calendar works, and they can actually enroll in school in August, Correct. Pending when the WAEC result comes out. So, but Midway will require you to get the WASE result, but you do not require evaluation, do you?
No, we do not require evaluation. That is correct. We will only ask for the evaluation if we are unable to evaluate it. Which most of the time we are majority. It's very rarely that we cannot evaluate it ourselves. And so, no, we do not require an evaluation.
Awesome. I'm looking at the time and I'm saying to myself, oh my goodness, my colleagues are going like, you're supposed to stop at 3:30 and you're still talking.
But these are all great questions,
And I feel so bad. I'm the one asking all the question. I'm like, oh my goodness, because for me, actually, sincerely, Midway is actually very new to me. So I'm just like, oh, really? So I'm just like, even as an advisor. So maybe that's kind of the reason I have a lot of questions to ask, Yeah. So, but honestly, this should actually be a very student, central question. But since they're not asking the question, I'm definitely going to be I'll be very happy asking those questions. But I think I have two more questions to go.
Okay.
To see have you recruited in the region before? Have you physically come to the region to recruit? Is this something you're interested in? We might want to talk about it offline more, but we
can talk
definitely
more about it offline. Absolutely. We can talk more about it offline.
Okay, all right.
I have actually done quite a lot of virtual events in the Africa continent, I'll be honest with you. I've done quite a lot of virtual events.
Okay, cool. All right, so my very final question. So how would you rate the success with international students and CPT internship and maybe even after graduation? How would you rate that for your students who go through 4 years of studying at Midway? Are they very successful with internship opportunities? Are CPTs readily available around Midway University? What's its OPT like for most of them? Do they get offers for various jobs of their choice as at graduation? Let's get a feel of that.
So let me first dive into career services a little bit that we talked a little bit about, that a career services office can also do the evaluation for students and tell you what the best suited careers for the student would be. Our career services also will host, couple or multiple career fairs throughout the semester and the year. Sometimes they are specific to, say, health sciences majors. Sometimes they are open for all majors. But throughout the semester, our career services office will host the career fairs where I encourage all the students, all the international students starting their first semester to actually go in and experience how these career fairs will be, okay? Because this is your opportunity. This is for the student an opportunity go and start talking to the employers, learn how to talk to them and communicate them. That's the first step, even before getting the job. That's the first step. So career services will always host the fairs. We'll have employers here on campus and students can go and talk to them. Our career services office will also help them, build a resume, cover letter, help them with mock interviews. We'll go ahead and we'll train with them all of this, okay? In terms of the internships, many of our undergraduate majors actually require that before the student graduates in their last year, they should have at least one semester of internship, like for sports management, for business administration, for computer science. A one semester of internship is, required for the program. And at that point in time, our career services office will work with the students to look for the right internships. What we cannot do is we cannot go and give an interview on behalf of that student. We can help you prepare. We can help you write your resume. We can help you with the mock interviews, but we cannot go ahead and, give an interview for you. And that's up to the student. I did have a total of 7 international students that were in there either last year or semester for the spring of 2025 that were actually on an internship. 2 of our students were working as an intern with the Kentucky Housing Corporation, and they actually interviewed through a career fair here. We have a student that was on an internship with a financial firm, and he worked with a faculty member to earn that internship opportunity. So yes, there are opportunities available for the student. It's up to the student to take advantage of that. And that is something I always encourage students. And something that I joke with the students all the time and tell them, but it's also the truth, is I can help you. If I'm not the right person, I can find the right person to help you. But what I cannot help you with is figure out what your what situation you're facing, what problem you're facing, what you're looking for, is because I don't have a crystal ball. If I had a crystal ball, I can, go on there and say, hey, what is the problem that a student is facing? Unfortunately, I don't have that. Student has to come and talk to me, and then we can find the right person to help them. So same thing with internships, we can help them. The only thing we can't do is we cannot interview for them.
Thank you so very much for that. And on that note, literally was talking to a student yesterday about, she's just a very reserved, quiet student. And I said to her, you know what, in America, for you to really excel, for you to succeed, for you to be part of the community, you really need to speak up. You really need to talk to people. You need to engage people. Otherwise, like, nobody is going to know what's happening right inside your mind if you're not seeing something,
Yes.
So thank you so much, Mona, for joining us this afternoon. And we truly appreciate your time. And I know it's early morning right there, so you're just starting your day while we're ending ours. And for those of us who joined us today, please, the contact information is right down the screen. Contact Mona if you have any question. If you have questions beyond Midway University, I would say you should reach out to Nigeria at educationusa.org, or follow us on our social media platform at EducationUSA Nigeria, and we'll be able to answer your question. Thank you all for joining us this afternoon, and do have a pleasant day and a great weekend ahead of you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Thank you, and have a good
Thank you so